Tonight, nurses expose conditions inside a Central West hospital. A leg up for aspiring vets heading to the bush. And the plan to breathe new life into an ailing shopping strip.
Across the Central West, this is Win News.
Good evening and welcome to Win News Central West. I'm Steve Hart. Also tonight, an inmate's in a serious condition after a prison stabbing in the Central West. A new report is calling for an overhaul of how nurses and midwives work, warning the current system is driving too many towards the exit. Nurses in Orange say giving workers more say over their shifts could be critical to keeping them in the job.
Tired, overworked and burnt out.
It creates really dangerous situations for staff and for patients.
In the middle of a regional healthcare staffing shortage, a new report has found that 2 in 3 public nurses and midwives are considering leaving the profession.
We see the gap in the staffing and we try and fill it ourselves because we want our patients to be cared for.
Researchers from the University of Sydney say inflexible rosters and excessive workloads are pushing staff to the breaking point. Over 80% say they have too much work, and staff at the Orange Health Service say they're feeling it too.
The pressures that nurses and midwives are under in those situations are extraordinary.
They say working conditions inside the hospital are putting patient care at risk.
I mean, at times I've gone home where I just completely have nothing left in the tank and then I have to back it up.
Managers are doing the best they can, but can only work with the staff and the rules they have.
It's also due to burnout and that lack of support and lack of flexibility within rosters and control of shifts.
The Nurses and Midwives Association says action's needed now, using the report as a blueprint for change.
We need to retain senior staff and we need to retain new staff and have adequate skill mixes to train them for them to be safe.
The Health Minister says the state government has increased its health workforce by more than 10% and will continue to work with the Nurses and Midwives Association to support workplace flexibility. The Western Local Health District was contacted for comment. Georgia Fisher, Win News.
An inmate's in a serious condition after he was allegedly stabbed inside a Central West jail. The 42-year-old man was airlifted to hospital in a serious condition after a vicious prison yard attack at Macquarie Correctional Centre in Wellington yesterday afternoon. An investigation's underway by New South Wales Police and Corrective Services. Well, a man has died after his motorbike collided with a ute in a Central West state forest. Around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, emergency services were called to a road in Neville near Cowra. The 40-year-old motorcyclist was treated by paramedics but sadly died at the scene, while the driver of the ute, a 20-year-old man, was uninjured and taken for mandatory testing. Investigations surrounding the crash are continuing. Well, it's never been harder to run a bricks and mortar business in the Central West. Now a new grant is offering up to $5,000 to transform empty and rundown shop fronts and bring shoppers back to our local streets.
Here's a scoop about what this shop sells.
There's still a lot of people within Dubbo and visitors that think we sell ice cream. We've never sold ice cream.
The new owners want the shopfront to make that more obvious while creating a more vibrant streetscape for shoppers.
Instead of just walking past, we need something eye-catching that they do want to stop and they do want to pop in and say hello and do a lap of this place and see what they can find.
The Daily Scoop's among those eligible for Dubbo Council's pilot grant opening today, as small businesses continue to do it tough. Up to $5,000 is available for spruce-ups, including lighting, landscaping and shopfront work.
A good shop front really helps people know that the business is open and it puts their best foot forward. So anything we can do to help more people get in the door and spend their money locally is going to be money well spent.
In Wellington, volunteers are already breathing life back into empty shops, cleaning up dusty windows and filling them with school art, community displays and products from the local businesses, giving people another reason to stop.
Even when I drive down the main street now, I see, mums and their kids or friends or whoever stopping to, that's my artwork and I did that one.
Local entrepreneur Jessica Redfern says the idea's paying off and the council grants could help it keep going.
We turned up to do one of the shops, and a few days before we got there, it had been rented out. So, I mean, that in itself speaks volumes.
Georgia Fisher, Win News.
A man has been released on bail after he allegedly poured petrol over a parked ute and set it on fire. Last Thursday, firefighters were called to a quiet street in Orange where the vehicle and parts of a nearby house were burning. Following investigations, a 22-year-old man was arrested, with police seizing a car and several electronic devices. He was charged and later granted conditional bail. A new set of wheels has joined the region's emergency fleet. The state-of-the-art fire truck coming with a $1.3 million price tag. The rescue pumper at Orange Fire Station is fitted with the latest technology, including battery-powered cutting tools, helping crews move faster at incidents. Fire and Rescue New South Wales says the truck will improve response times and help save lives in an emergency. For vet students, up to 50 weeks of unpaid placement can make an already expensive degree even harder to afford. New scholarships will help cover the cost of travel, accommodation and living away from home, but students say more help is still needed.
A helping hand for dozens of students who need it most.
It's unsustainable for the most part. It wears you down.
We often have to travel fairly far from home, pay for our own accommodation, petrol and groceries.
It's an industry calling for first aid. 44% of advertised regional vet positions remain vacant for more than a year. An inquiry in 2024 found regional vets face added challenges compared with their city counterparts and called on the government to help students struggling to fund unpaid practical placements.
Yeah, I consistently work about 80 hours a week in my time off.
This is something that the industry have been raising with me for some time.
Scholarships announced for 94 Charles Sturt and University of Sydney students on placement.
We got the small animal scholarship, so we're both $1,500 each, which is unreal.
It gives us an opportunity to spend time in regional towns where accommodation might be expensive and we might not have family and friends that we can stay with.
When we're on placements, we can breathe. It just takes the pressure off.
A move to lure more vets to the regions.
The majority of our veterinary graduates would go to live and work in regional Australia, and a lot of them would stay in New South Wales.
And ease pressure on a profession that can take a heavy toll.
We've unfortunately seen suicides and stress in this profession because it is a profession where people are called upon to do really difficult and stressful work.
While scholarships for 94 students are a good start.
I'd like to have more. I'm glad it's not less, but we've got to operate within the budget that we've got.
Nate Prebino, Win News, Riverina.
SES crews across New South Wales are getting a major technology upgrade to boost disaster response efforts during severe storms and floods. The state government has announced an $8 million investment to roll out advanced connectivity equipment statewide. The upgrades include satellite connectivity kits, internet-enabled forward command vehicles and satellite tracking across the entire SES vessel fleet. The new technology will ensure first responders have continuous phone, radio and internet access during large-scale operations, improving communication black spots in regional communities. Australian house prices have recorded the largest single-month decline since 2022, dropping 0.7% in July. Industry experts attribute the downturn to 3 consecutive interest rate hikes and tax changes announced in this year's federal budget.
Early signs of the federal government's tax changes have hit the property market as home values fall across the country.
It's just adjusting to a new normal. It's not a case of everything being gone in a week or two. It's back to a more traditional, more reasonable time frame for a lot of properties.
Data from Cotality showing values in regional Australia fell 0.2%, the first decline since 2023.
Regional markets have continued to outperform the capital cities. That's something that we've really seen over the last 12 months, and it really speaks to the greater affordability in a lot of regional markets.
Demand pressures, affordability issues, RBA rate hikes, tax changes and an ongoing conflict in the Middle East all contributing to the trend.
There's certainly been some headwinds coming through to the market, which mean it doesn't have that same buoyancy that we've had.
But researchers say there are factors which could prevent further falls in the future.
We're starting to see supply pulling back from the market. People who might be considering selling their home but have the opportunity to wait until the market improves look like they're increasingly making that choice.
The market expected to continue weakening without a boom in new listings and construction activity.
Those demand-side pressures that I discussed really have continued to build up, and nothing's going to shift them really until we get greater confidence in the market, and that likely requires the Reserve Bank to start cutting rates again.
The fall opening up bidding to more first home buyers.
You've got a little bit less risk from waiting and a little bit more choice and a little bit less competition. So it might be a good window now, but if that slack's taken up by buyers from outside of our market, the window might close again.
Gracie Newton, Win News.
Coming up next on Win News Central West, simple changes now could keep you stronger for longer, and new images reveal how 8 missing people may have aged.
Is Kelly Lane a baby killer?
Kelly Lane wouldn't hurt a flea.
In love with a convicted murderer.
Did you kill the child?
No, did not. A devoted partner's fight to free Kelly Lane.
She served her time.
Why he believes baby Tegan is alive. If that is true, whoa. And for the first time, Kelly's other daughter, who wants her mum home.
I'm a forgotten victim in this situation.
Wake up! No more nap. Your turn is coming up.
We don't need to disconnect to be connected. Veterinary Full Hybrid E-Tech. Renault Symbiose Full Hybrid E-Tech self-charging.
Survivors of institutional sexual abuse should not enter the redress scheme before seeking legal advice. We fight the system for fair compensation, which can be over $1 million. Arnold, Thomas & Becker. No win, no fee, no fear.
Gear up for winter at Anaconda with great Adventure Club deals across clothing, footwear, hiking, camping, fishing, and more. Play more, pay less. Only at Anaconda.
Enjoy a delicious breakfast, grilled barramundi for lunch, or slow-cooked lamb rump for dinner. Duntry League Bar and Restaurant is the perfect place for all, with views like no other in Orange. Duntry League, where visitors are always welcome.
Need a Shed World shed like this? What about for home, or the farm, or even something a little bigger? Add value to your property with Shed World. Strength and quality for a lifetime.
Go Harvey Norman, your destination for the Samsung Galaxy Z series. Pre-order the new Galaxy Z Fold 8 256GB for $0 upfront when you connect to a new Optus $69 per month SIM-only plan for 36 months. Offer ends August 13 at Harvey Norman.
Sharper vision, stylish eyewear, service with a smile. That's Morrison Family Eye Care Centre. From checkups to designer eyewear, we've got your eyes covered. See better, see Morrison's.
Nobody said paradise was gonna be easy.
I will blow up deluxe, mate. I'll shut you down.
The new block, tonight, 7:30 on 9.
Aussies are being encouraged to pitch in for the ultimate spring clean and reconnect with the places they live, work and play in. The Great Spring Clean-up is making a return nationwide throughout September and October, with volunteers coming together to remove litter before it makes its way into waterways or harms wildlife. More than 900 events were held during the campaign last year, and Clean Up Australia says it's hoping to go even bigger, with schools and workplaces encouraged to get involved. The initiative has a strong focus on plastic, as research reveals it made up 80% of rubbish collected by volunteers last year. You can register to become a waste warrior online. Well, it might sound like a job for artificial intelligence, but forensic artists have taken matters into their own hands this National Missing Persons Week. The AFP is releasing age-progressed images of 8 long-term cases in a fresh appeal for information.
Hoping to shed new light on unsolved missing persons cases. Artist Harriet Mitchell is doing her part, using her paintbrush to remind the public about forgotten stories from the decades past.
I was probably thinking less about myself and more about, I have a sister the exact same age. And so that was pretty confronting throughout the process.
Being in her 20s, Mitchell finds it hard not to put herself in their shoes. Tasked by the AFP with creating photographs of 3 teens, giving a fresh perspective of aged images plastered across the country on missing posters.
I wanted the portraits to be warm and hopeful and positive emotions coming out of their eyes, but there is the darker side to it.
The portraits will be gifted to their families, but were unveiled today in hopes to find the missing piece of the puzzle. Their faces may have changed, but answers still matter. That's the message police want to get across to the community during National Missing Persons Week.
The families want this. They want their loved ones to be remembered. They want to know that police are still investigating, and they want the community to remember these cases and share any information.
The AFP is releasing age-progressed images in each state and territory in hopes of finding answers for their loved ones, including Toowoomba's Tanya Buckland and Hobart's Gilbert Midson.
Please don't forget about them. The families certainly don't. It remains incredibly traumatic for them.
Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. Lillian Altman, Win News.
More than half of Aussies over 50 live with poor bone health. From 30, our bodies break down old tissue faster than we can build it, with doctors urging us to make some lifestyle changes to improve how we age.
As we age, our bones require a bit more TLC, and some of us may not be doing enough to support our overall health.
Bone health is really important because what happens typically as we get older, our bones get a bit thinner, so we lose calcium.
Those over 50 seem to have their own tips for strong bones.
I just have a good cereal, milk, and do a lot of walking.
Just try to eat right and takes a bit of exercise at my age. It's very important to stay active and stay fit.
Walking and making sure I've got the right nutrition, calcium and so forth.
But eating well and keeping active isn't enough for everyone.
So we've got an ageing population in Australia, and so osteoporosis is a main issue when we've got people living longer in our society.
Hospitals continue to see high numbers of breaks and fractures in older Aussies that doctors say could have possibly been avoided.
So we've got more than 1.2 million Australians who's got osteoporosis, and it's a silent disease. They don't know that they're at risk of breaking a bone when they fall until they break a bone.
If you're over 70, you can receive a free bone density test.
That's funded through Medicare. People who are younger than that can also get one, particularly if they've had a fracture or if they've got other conditions that might make them higher at risk.
Early detection's key.
So we need to promote screening. We do that quite well for breast screen and bowel cancer screening, but there's still a lack of awareness in Australia that there is reimbursable Medicare billing.
Sophie Watson, Win News.
We're being encouraged to reach out to someone who we haven't spoken to in a while to make sure they're doing okay.
About half of all Australians experience some form of social disconnection, so it's the work that we do every day, the chat with a neighbour, a hello on the street, and taking the time to have a coffee with someone and just engaging with them.
The theme of this year's Loneliness Awareness Week is Make Room for Connection.
Now's a great time to pick up the phone or find a time to have a coffee with them, because even spending a couple of hours a week with friends or family can improve people's mental health and well-being and make them feel much more connected.
You can find further support via the Loneliness Awareness Week website. Sport is next with Georgia Elsley, and Georgia, the Panthers get their revenge in Mudgee.
That's right, Steve. There was no miracle for the Raiders this time around, and a line ball call could have a bearing on the Peter McDonald Premiership standings.
Experience the bygone era of the mighty Murray River. All the Rivers Run showcases some of Australia's best-known actors. Order the complete mini-series exclusively at crawfordsdvd.com.au or free call 1800 597 996.
Disney Ushies are now playing at Woolworths and Big W. And right now, get a bonus Disney Ushi when you buy any participating Omo or Dove product in a $30 shop. Shop now at a Woolworths and Big W near you.
What goes up must come down, eh, Quinn?
What just happened?
Someone crashed your pool party, lad. Don't worry, with 10 years at the top, Budget Direct's got you comprehensively covered.
Hashtag hard landing. Not as hard as it seems. You're with Budget Direct.
Money Magazine's Insurer of the Year for 10 years in a row.
Imagine what your room could be with Beaumont's. With perfect tiles and flooring, your bathroom could be beautiful, your living areas could be luxurious, and your outdoor space an oasis. Imagine what your room could be with Beaumont's.
Clearance. I've got Toyota Corolla in the hybrid, in sedan and hatches. I've got X-Trail 7-seaters, Outlander 7-seaters, they're 2024 models, and the Land Cruiser 300 series. Ozcars X-Fleet clearance. Come and check it out.
Here in New South Wales, agriculture is more than an industry, it's who we are. From the families who work the land to the businesses that rely on it, agriculture keeps our communities thriving. So thank a farmer for your next meal.
Authorised by Paul Toole, funded using parliamentary entitlements.
This report brought to you by Harvey Norman. Shop in store and online. Best brands, best range, best prices.
A packed-out crowd at Mudgee's Glenwillow Stadium has seen the Panthers execute some revenge on...
A big part of that first half was just it was not good enough, and that's what we've got to deal with now.
From here on in to have any chance of playing finals. The Peter McDonald Premiership Minor Premiership race will go down to the final round after a dramatic weekend of results. There was no shortage of controversy at Apex Oval when Dubbo Sims hosted Orange Sims. The Orange outfit left to rue a no-try decision with 10 to play. Dubbo Sims then marched upfield in the ensuing set to hit the front. It was a lead they wouldn't surrender. In Forbes, the Magpies handed Mudgee their first loss of the season. Forbes ran in 5 unanswered tries in the second half to win the match 38-14.
And he finishes the game the way he started. Mitch Andrews over for try number 3.
In the other games, Macquarie locked in a top 4 spot with a win over the Hawks. Parks upset the Panthers, while Ningan's finals hopes are over after they were beaten by St Pat's. Laurie Daly has stepped down from his role as New South Wales coach. Daly leaving as a winner, overcoming some intense scrutiny to lead the Blues to a famous Origin triumph last month. Post-game, he hinted he'd already made up his mind over the future, but didn't reveal that decision until this morning, saying it feels like the right time. Daly's assistant, Matt King, has reportedly been handed the task of retaining the Shield next year. Mudgee trainer Matt Griffith has started the new racing season with a bang, taking out the Forbes Cup with Voracious. With the race boasting big dance eligibility, some of the bigger Sydney stables were represented in the $50,000 feature. In the end, Corindai Cup winner got there by the barest of margins.
Coming with big runs now, Voracious out in the centre. Zunar's getting through near the inside, flying from above, and here's a great race. It is Voracious coming after the leader now. They hit the line, gee.
Voracious given the nod in the photo for his 8th career win. And that is our night in sports, Steve.
Thank you so much, Georgia. Appreciate that. Weather is next with Bo Jong, and tomorrow's looking cloudy with showers on the radar. Stay with us. Bo will have all the details next.
Breathtaking coastal views.
Absolute $1 million view.
Block it.
I have zero ability experience.
Without a clue.
That's going to be 4,100 long.
All the gear, no idea.
Nobody said paradise.
I will blow up deluxe, mate. I'll shut you down.
Was gonna be easy.
We need a full reset. I'm just going to go and do a bit of yoga or something out the back here.
The new block tonight, 7:30 on 9.
When your dog's healthy on the inside, it shows. Take a closer look. Those eyes, that energy. Purina One helps support their healthy gut microbiome for visible health from the inside out. Purina One.
This is our Ampli Mini. We're going to turn them on now. How do I sound to you?
Look at that.
Oh, my.
Hear the difference for yourself. Call 13 My Ears to book your 30-day free trial.
Barry, this aged care support stuff is
Doing my heating.
Well, I know someone who'll help you get the support you need. An in-home consultation is free with Right at Home. Gee, thanks, Barry. All it takes is the right support. And Right at Home.
Where our beliefs grow stronger and we broaden our horizons.
This is the place where I become me.
At Red Energy, we believe energy should do more than power your home. It should reward you with Qantas points and support the communities you care about, like Taronga Zoo. Red Energy, powering what matters to you.
Oscar's X-Fleet clearance sale. Kia Carnival 8-seater. Kluger Hybrids, why buy new? What about a Mazda CX-5, CX-3 or 3? 8-seater Starias? 7-seater Santa Fe. Visit your local Oscar dealer today.
Step into Orange MG and discover the ease, efficiency and range you get with the MG HS Hybrid.
I feel alive when I drive.
You'll feel alive when you drive with Orange MG.
After a long day, immerse yourself in pure relaxation with up to $5,000 off selected spas from Just Spas Dubbo. Limited availability, so be quick. Just Spas Dubbo, your moment of calm.
This report brought to you by Harvey Norman. Shopping store and online. Best brands, best range, best prices.
Welcome back. It was breezy at times today and we saw a bit of cloud coverage too, making way for a mild winter's day. Caroline captured an awesome shot of the sunset over Blaney and it looks like the cows enjoyed that sunshine too. Would have been encouraging after a frosty morning. Now let's take a look at the details from today. Coonabarabran caught gusts topping close to 45 kilometres an hour around lunchtime. A breezy afternoon in Dunedoo with moderate winds picking up and gusts topped 41 kilometres an hour in Wellington today. A light morning drizzle arrived in Orange overnight, reaching a top of 13 today. And Lithgow reached a top of 15 following a frosty morning, and high humidity lingered well into this afternoon in Cowra. On the charts, a high-pressure system over the Tasman Sea extends a ridge across the state, while a cold front approaches from the southwest and is expected to cross the south. And in the wake of that cold front, a new high-pressure ridge is expected. Tomorrow it could be breezy at times and we could see areas of morning frost and fog. We're expecting partly cloudy skies over Coonabarabran with temperatures nudging the 20s, otherwise sunny blue skies overhead for Mudgee following a frosty morning. And taking a look at the dams, over the weekend Lake Wyangala has seen a slight increase in levels. For Orange, frosty to start the day before we see pockets of sunshine and we could be in for a breezy morning too. In the days ahead, Wednesday's looking cloudy following areas of frost and fog, a top of 8 degrees in Orange, and on Thursday it's looking frosty to start, so make sure to get rugged up, and we're expecting plenty of sunshine in Lithgow. Back to you, Steve.
Thanks, Bo, and thanks for your company this Monday, August 3rd. We'll be back tomorrow night from 5:30 for more local news. Till then, take care. Good night.
This has been a Win News presentation. Win News, regional Australia's #1 news source.